Picture this. It's 11:47 on a Tuesday night and you are lying in bed, phone in hand, doing something you told yourself you'd stop doing. You're scrolling. Not social media, your banking app. You're doing that thing where you drag refresh your account balance like somehow this time it's going to show a number. That makes sense. You made $74,000 this year. You got a raise in March. You haven't taken a vacation. You drive the same car you drove 3 years ago. You cook at home most nights. You are not buying designer bags or booking business class flights. By every measure, you are a responsible adult. So why does your account look like this? Why at the end of every single month does it feel like the money just evaporated? Here's the answer nobody wants to give you, because it doesn't make for a satisfying villain. It's not the avocado toast. It's not even the streaming services, at least not in the way you think. The money is being extracted from you through a system of silent expenses, costs that are so perfectly engineered to be invisible that you're funding them happily, automatically, month after month, while your brain files them under normal. They are not normal. They are a financial trap, and by the time this video is over, you're going to see every single one of them. My name is Ava, and I've spent 17 years in investment banking and accounting, watching smart, hardworking people bleed money through holes they didn't even know existed in their financial lives. I have sat across tables from people earning $200,000 a year who had less than $3,000 in savings. I have reviewed the statements of households where the math simply should not work, and then found, buried in the details, the silent expenses that made it make terrible sense. If you are exhausted by financial advice that treats you like an idiot for buying coffee, or worse, mindset fluff that tells you to simply think like a millionaire, this channel exists for you. We do not do get rich quick here. We do math, real math, brutal, honest, unsexy math that actually changes your trajectory. If that sounds like what you need, hit subscribe right now, because today's information is worth more than most people's annual bonus, and most people will scroll past it without taking a single note. Today we are dismantling 5 categories of silent expenses that are keeping you broke in 2026. Not the obvious ones, not the ones the internet has already guilt-tripped you about, the ones hiding in plain sight, camouflaged as convenience, responsibility, and even self-care. And at the end, I am going to give you a 4-step algorithm to seal these leaks permanently. Let's get into it. Before we name the 5 categories, I need to give you the macro picture, because understanding why 2026 is uniquely dangerous for silent expenses matters. According to Bureau of Labor Statistics data, the average American household spent $78,233 on consumer expenditures in 2024. Wages rose 3.8% that same year. Spending climbed 5.1%. Do that math slowly, your expenses are growing faster than your income. Every year that gap widens, you are getting quietly poorer. Even if your paycheck is going up, you are running a race where the finish line moves away from you faster than you can run toward it. Now here's what makes 2026 specifically dangerous: the age of algorithmic optimization. Every subscription service, every retailer, every bank, every insurance provider now has access to behavioral data, AI-driven pricing models, and psychological research specifically designed to maximize what they extract from you. The silent expenses of 2026 are not accidents, they are engineered. $1.67 trillion Americans collectively owe in auto loan debt, more than total student loan debt. 41% of buy now, pay later users paid late on at least one loan in the past year. 0.39% the national average savings account interest rate. While inflation runs at 6% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency from savings. These numbers are not unrelated. They are symptoms of the same disease: money leaking out through channels that feel either invisible or inevitable. Let me show you where your money actually goes. The binary comparison, Morgan vs. Taylor. I want you to meet 2 people. They are both 32 years old. They both live in the same mid-sized city. They both earn $72,000 per year. Identical salaries, same tax bracket, same employer benefits package. They both consider themselves reasonably responsible with money. Their names are Morgan and Taylor. And 5 years from today, one of them will have a net worth of approximately $87,000. The other will have $3,200 and a growing knot of low-grade financial anxiety that never fully goes away. Same salary, same age, same city. $83,800 apart in net worth. The difference is not intelligence. It is not luck. It is not income. It is 5 categories of silent expenses, and whether or not you can see them clearly enough to choose. Morgan's financial life, the silent spender. Morgan is not reckless. Morgan drives a used car, splits rent with a roommate, and doesn't take expensive vacations. But Morgan has 5 invisible leaks working against her every single month, and she has no idea. Silent expense number 1, the subscription fog. Morgan has 12 active subscriptions. She could only name 7 of them without looking. Here is Morgan's actual monthly subscription spend. Netflix, standard with ads, upgraded once, $15.49. $17.99. Disney Plus, added during a free trial, never canceled, $13.99. $11.99. Adobe Creative Cloud, remnant of a freelance project, 2 years ago, $54.99. A fitness app, her gym has the same content, $9.99. A cloud storage upgrade, could be avoided, $2.99. A meal planning app, she stopped meal planning in March, $7.99. Annual, $2,260.56. Morgan thinks she spends about $60 a month on subscriptions. She spends $180. The gap between what she believes and what is real is the trap. That $2,260 per year invested instead at a historical 8% average annual return over 30 years becomes approximately $276,000. Morgan is not spending $188 a month. She is spending $276,000 in future wealth on services she barely uses. But it is not even the dollar amount that is most dangerous. It is the fog. Subscriptions are specifically engineered to become invisible. They charge in small amounts. They spread across different billing dates. They arrive from slightly different company names on your statement. The $54.99 Spotify hits on the 3rd. The $11.99 Spotify hits on the 17th. The $9.99 news app hits on the 22nd. Your brain never sees $188. It sees a series of individually unthreatening numbers weeks apart that never feel like a single decision. This is the subscription fog, and it is costing you thousands of dollars per year that you have genuinely consented to spend on absolutely nothing. Silent expense number 2, the convenience tax. Let me tell you what Morgan's Tuesday looks like. She wakes up late, orders coffee through an app, $6.75 with the delivery fee and tip. For lunch, she uses a food delivery platform, a $13 bowl that costs $22.40. After service fees, delivery fees, and the mandatory tip the interface guilt trips her into. She is tired after work, so she orders dinner too. A $16 meal that arrives as a $29.50 transaction. This is not a binge. This is a Tuesday. A completely average, unremarkable Tuesday. Delivery app users in 22.6 pay an average of 25 to 30% more than restaurant menu prices before a single fee is added. Then the platform adds a delivery fee. Then a service fee. Then an optional but socially pressured tip. Then a surge pricing modifier during peak hours. A meal that costs $12 to prepare at home or $14 to pick up yourself routinely arrives at $28 to $32 when delivered. The research is clear. The convenience economy does not present itself as expensive. It presents itself as a solution to a problem you have right now, and you pay a 70 to 100% markup on the same food every single time. $179/month average American spending on food delivery apps in 2025, up 10.2% year over year. Morgan orders delivery 3 times per week. Her average delivery transaction is $26. That's $78 per week, $312 per month, $3,744 per year. If she had picked up or cooked the same food, she would have spent approximately $1,560 annually. The convenience tax she pays, $2,184 per year. And this is just food. The convenience tax extends to everything. Same-day shipping fees, rideshare instead of transit, express checkout fees, priority processing for online orders. Every category of modern commerce has found a way to monetize your impatience, and the individual charges are always small enough that your brain never triggers a serious cost-benefit evaluation. You are not paying for the food or the service. You are paying a premium on your own exhaustion, and companies have gotten very good at selling that back to you. Silent expense number 3, the insurance drift. Morgan has not reviewed her insurance premiums in 3 years. This is not unusual. Most people treat insurance as a fixed cost. Like gravity, it is there. It costs what it costs. You pay it. This is one of the most expensive beliefs you can hold. The insurance industry operates on what researchers call the loyal customer penalty. Companies offer competitive rates to acquire new customers, then incrementally raise rates year over year, counting on inertia to keep you paying. According to research from the National Bureau of Economic Research, Customers who stay with the same auto insurer for more than 6 years pay an average of 23% more than they would if they switched to a competitor. 23%. For identical coverage, Morgan pays $187 per month for car insurance. She has been with the same provider for 4 years. A 45-minute comparison shopping session would almost certainly find equivalent coverage for $130 to $145 per month. The difference, $42 to $57 per month. Call it $50. That is $600 per year Morgan is paying as a loyalty tax to an industry that has no loyalty to her. Renter's insurance. She has coverage she selected 3 years ago when her possessions were worth significantly more. She has since sold or donated much of what was cataloged. She is overinsured by approximately $12 per month. Health insurance. Her employer plan automatically renewed at a higher tier. She has not had a single medical claim in 2 years. A lower tier plan with an HSA would save her $89 per month and allow her to build a tax-advantaged health fund. Total insurance drift, approximately $151 per month, $1,812 per year, extracted silently, automatically, through nothing more than the compound effect of never reviewing something you assumed was already optimized. Insurance premiums do not go up because your risk went up. They go up because you stopped paying attention, and they are counting on that. Silent expense number 4, the banking drain. This one is personal to me because it is invisible in the most literal sense. Nobody sits down and decides to spend money on banking fees. But Morgan's bank statement tells a story she has never read. Her checking account has a $12 monthly maintenance fee that is waived, theoretically, if she maintains a $1,500 minimum balance. Twice this year, a surprise expense knocked her below that threshold for a few days. 2 $12 charges she never noticed. She has a credit card with a $95 annual fee. The card's rewards program has theoretically earned her $47 in cash back over the past year. Net cost a rewards card, $48. She keeps it because she vaguely remembers someone telling her that having an old card is good for your credit score. Her savings account earns 0.39% annually, the national average. She has $8,000 sitting there. At 0.39%, she earns $31.20 per year. A high-yield savings account at a reputable online bank currently offers 4.0 to 4.5%. The same $8,000 at 4.25% earns $340 per year. Morgan is leaving $308.80 per year in earned interest on the table every year through nothing more than not moving money to a different account. She also has a buy now, pay later loan she took out for furniture 8 months ago. She made all payments on time, but the final 2 payments are still outstanding. $78 per month. She has the cash in her checking account to pay it off today. She has simply never stopped to make that calculation. Banking drain total, $95 annual fee net loss, $24 in maintenance fees, $308.80 in foregone interest, $78 in BNPL lingering longer than necessary. Approximately $505 per year, bled out through the very system supposed to protect her money. 28% of people who roll retirement savings into an IRA leave the money sitting in cash, losing compound growth for years. Silent expense number 5, the lifestyle ratchet. This is the most important and least discussed of the 5, and it is the one that turns a $3,000 annual leak into a $340,000 lifetime catastrophe. The lifestyle ratchet is a mechanism. When your income goes up, your expenses go up to meet it, automatically, culturally, without a single conscious decision. When income goes down, expenses almost never follow. They ratchet, they click forward and lock. 2 years ago, Morgan earned $65,000. She moved apartments when she got her raise to $72,000, a place that was $300 per month more. She upgraded her phone because she deserved it. She started saying yes to events and dinners that her old self would have declined. Nothing dramatic, everything justifiable. Here is the silent math. That $7,000 raise after taxes added approximately $4,700 to her annual take-home pay. The lifestyle upgrades she made absorbed $3,960 of it. She saved $740 from a $7,000 raise. 10 cents on every raised dollar captured for her future. 90 cents silently consumed by lifestyle creep. Morgan did not make a decision to spend her raise. The lifestyle ratchet made it for her. That is the mechanism. That is the silent expense. According to Goldman Sachs research, 41% of Americans earning between $300,000 and $500,000 live paycheck to paycheck. 40% of those earning over $500,000 report the same. The lifestyle ratchet does not discriminate by income level. It scales. It is the reason high earners are quietly broke, and the reason every raise you have ever received felt like it disappeared. Taylor's financial life, the silent expense hunter. Taylor makes the exact same $72,000, lives in the same city, has the same age, the same general lifestyle preferences, the same career trajectory. But Taylor does one thing Morgan does not. Every quarter, Taylor runs what she calls a leak audit. 90 minutes once every 3 months to review every recurring charge, every insurance policy, every bank fee, every automatic renewal. She treats it like a board meeting for her own finances. Here's what Taylor's numbers look like. Subscriptions, 4 active, all used regularly, total $41.47/month. Food delivery, used twice per month maximum, total $52/month. Reviewed and reshopped 18 months ago, saves $134/month versus Morgan. Banking, high yield savings account earning 4.25%. No fee checking, no BNPL debt. When her raise came through, she automated 70% of the increase directly to her investment account before her lifestyle could absorb it. Over 5 years, the cumulative difference between Taylor and Morgan on the same $72,000 salary is approximately $83,800 in net worth. That number includes the investments Taylor made with the money Morgan silently leaked, compounding at historical market rates. Same salary, same city, same 5 years. $83,800 apart. Not because Taylor is more disciplined in some superhuman way, because Taylor can see the leaks, Morgan cannot. After today, you can see them too. The unsexy math, opportunity cost over 30 years. I want to show you the real cost of these 5 silent expenses. Not the monthly cost, not the annual cost, the actual cost, what this money would have become if it had been captured and invested instead. We are going to use an 8% average annual return, which is conservative relative to historical S&P 500 performance. We are going to look at 30 years, which if you are in your early to mid-30s right now, gets you to retirement age. Ready? The 30-year opportunity cost of silent expenses. Silent expense breakdown, subscription fog. Monthly leak is $128. Annual drain is $1,536. 30-year opportunity cost is $188,000. Annual drain is $2,184. Insurance drift, monthly leak is $151. 30-year opportunity cost is $221,000. Annual drain is $504. 30-year opportunity cost is $61,700. Lifestyle ratchet, monthly captured amount is $88. Annual drain is $1,056. 30-year opportunity cost is $129,000. Total annual drain is $7,092. Total 30-year opportunity cost is $866,700. You are not leaking $591 per month. You are leaking $866,700 in retirement wealth every single month. Let me make sure that number lands properly. $867,000, nearly $1 million. Not from gambling, not from a business failure, not from a health crisis. From subscriptions you forgot about, food you could have picked up, insurance you never reshopped, a bank account earning a fraction of what it should, and raises that disappeared into a lifestyle ratchet before you ever decided to let them. The 8-4-3 rule of compound interest tells us this. The growth is backloaded. In the first 8 years, your money grows modestly. In the next 4, it accelerates. In the 3 years after that, it nearly doubles what it earned in the entire first phase. The money you save today, starting today, is worth exponentially more than money you save a decade from now. The silent expenses are not just costing you money. They are costing you time, and time is the only financial asset that cannot be purchased, borrowed, or recovered. The 4-step SEAL-THE leak algorithm. Here is your roadmap. 4 steps, executable this week, not someday, this week. Step 1, the quarterly leak audit, 90 minutes, once per quarter. Pull up the last 3 months of bank and credit card statements. Every single line item. Create 4 columns in a spreadsheet or on a piece of paper. Category, monthly cost, last used, keep or cut. For every subscription, every recurring charge, every automatic renewal, ask yourself one question. If this charge disappeared tomorrow, would I actively go back and sign up for it again? If the answer is anything other than an immediate yes, it is cut. Do not negotiate with yourself. Do not say, I might use it. Either you use it or you cut it. The fog exists because you have been giving yourself permission to be vague. The audit eliminates vagueness. Target, identify, and eliminate at least $80 to $120 in monthly subscriptions and unnecessary recurring charges. This is the subscription fog clearance. For the convenience tax, set a hard rule. Food delivery is capped at twice per week. Every delivery over that threshold is a cash transaction you have to acknowledge consciously, not a rule about never ordering delivery. A rule about making it a decision, not a default. Step 2, the insurance reset, one Saturday afternoon annually, once per year. Put it in your calendar right now. You spend 3 hours reshopping every insurance policy you carry. Auto, renters or homeowners, supplemental health, life, pet, everything. Get at minimum 5 quotes per policy. Use comparison tools. Call brokers. The number you are currently paying is almost certainly not the lowest number available to you. Studies show the loyal customer penalty averages 23%. If your auto insurance is $187 per month and you have not reshopped in 3 years, you are probably paying $30 to $50 more than you need to. That is $360 to $600 per year for the exact same coverage. Going to a company that is actively betting on your inertia. Also, review your coverage levels. If your car's actual value has dropped, your comprehensive and collision coverage may need adjusting. If you have accumulated an emergency fund, you may be able to raise deductibles and lower premiums. Every policy you own has optimization potential. Step 3, the banking upgrade 2 hours one time. If your savings account is earning less than 3.5% annually in 2,206, you are not saving money. You are losing money to inflation while your bank profits from the spread. Open a high-yield savings account at a reputable online bank, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Ally, SoFi, Discover, or equivalent. Current rates are in the 4 to 4.5% range. Transfer your emergency fund there. Set up auto transfer from your checking so that money that should be earning interest gets there automatically while you are in this step. Audit every bank fee, monthly maintenance fees, ATM fees, overdraft fees. If you are paying them, switch to a no-fee account. There is no reason to pay a bank for the privilege of storing your own money. The goal here is liquidity that actually works for you. Your emergency fund, which should be 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, and ideally 12 months if your industry has volatility, needs to be in a high-yield account, accessible within 2 to 3 business days, earning real interest while it waits. This is what financial professionals call making your liquidity your wealth engine's fuel reserve, rather than its dead weight. Step 4, the raise intercepts protocol, immediate, every raise, every bonus. And it must be executed immediately, within 48 hours of any income increase, before your lifestyle has a chance to absorb it. The raise intercept protocol is simple. When your income increases by any amount, you automatically redirect 70% of the after-tax increase to savings or investments before it ever touches your checking account. The remaining 30% is yours. Spend it, enjoy your raise, upgrade something small. You earned it. But 70% goes directly into the wealth engine before your brain can file it under available money. This is done through automated transfers, not willpower, not intention. Automation, the money moves before you can spend it. If your take-home pay increases by $350 per month after your next raise, $245 goes to your investment account automatically. $105 improves your lifestyle. Your savings rate climbs with every raise, invisibly, automatically, without a single argument with yourself about discipline. The Raise Intercept protocol is the single most powerful thing you can do to fight the lifestyle ratchet, and it requires exactly 0 willpower once it is set up. Priority sequence for where the intercepted money goes. 1. First, capture full employer 401 match. This is a guaranteed 50% to 100% return before any market gain. Never leave this on the table. 2. Second, fund a high-yield emergency reserve to 3 to 6 months of expenses, or 12 months if applicable. 3. Third, max your Roth IRA $7,500 limit in 2026 for tax-free compounding. 4. Fourth, return to 401, an increase toward maximum $23,000 in 2026. 5. Fifth, open a taxable brokerage account invested in low-cost index funds. Boring, diversified, and historically more effective than any active strategy. The choice is yours. I want to leave you with something that took me years to truly understand. That is their entire design. They feel like the background hum of modern life, inevitable. Just the cost of being alive in 2026. The subscriptions feel normal because everyone has them. The delivery fees feel normal because everyone pays them. The insurance inertia feels normal because reviewing your policies is genuinely annoying. The lifestyle ratchet feels normal because every raise should come with some improvement in your life. But normal and optimal are not the same thing. They have never been the same thing. The average American will earn between $1.50 and $2 million over their working lifetime. According to Federal Reserve data, the median retirement savings for Americans approaching retirement age is $87,000, $1.5 to $2 million out. The silent expenses, the ones we talked about today, plus the dozens of smaller ones they never audited, are a significant part of how that gap was created. Not bad luck, not insufficient income, death by 1,000 invisible cuts, each one too small to feel like a choice. Today you saw the mechanism, you saw the categories, you saw the math. You ran the 30-year numbers. Here's the choice in front of you right now, in this moment, before you close this tab or put down your phone. You can acknowledge this information, feel briefly concerned, and return to exactly the same patterns by Thursday. Most people will. Or you can open your last 3 months of statements tonight. You can build the 4-column spreadsheet. You can set the audit as a recurring quarterly calendar event. You can open the high-yield savings account this week. You can design the raise intercept protocol before your next paycheck. One of those people has $866,700 more at retirement. The math does not negotiate. The silent expenses will keep running whether you notice them or not, whether you choose to fight them or not. They are patient. They are automated. They are very, very good at being invisible. The question is not whether you can afford to address this. The question is whether you can afford not to. Your future self is a real person who will live with the consequences of what you do in the next 48 hours. That person deserves a fighting chance. Give it to them.